problems in our school is because of the drama in our homes. What are the mechanisms, or are there mechanisms and people within the school to assist our youngsters? And will these programs and people remain, or will they be gotten rid of?
Unfortunately, it's my turn to speak. Unfortunately, our students here in Hempstead, when they come to school, that's the highlight of their day, because they don't have to go through with the harsh reality of home life. So from 8 to 3, they are at school. It's a better situation. Resources that are currently in effect that I know of to kind of help them cope with their home life and transition with the homework and schoolwork. We have guidance counselors. We have social workers. And that's just on top of our frontline defense, which is our teachers, our educators. So I would think they would stay, and we wouldn't be getting rid of our teachers and our social workers and our guidance counselors. And we do have some after-school programs. Hopefully we can have some more. And we can have partnership with outside community organizations, whether it be the Salvation Army, PAL, the football team, any other organization that would want to help. Because for some of our kids, unfortunately, when they are at school, that's the highlight of their day. They don't have to face the harsh reality of home life. And trust me, I'm a fireman, and I have entered people's homes at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I see what it is they have to go through. But I don't think those resources should be eliminated, and if I'm elected, they will not be eliminated, and maybe that we need more, and we can explore that route.
Yes, it is your turn.
There have been no such allegations. There's been nobody eliminated. There's been no pink slip sent out as of this day. And let me say to you, one of the main things that we do, we take care of our students. We have precious social workers, guidance counselors, teachers, our staff, teachers assistant. Our staff really work hard for us. If you don't trust me on nothing else, trust me, we got good staff. I wish some of y'all would come in. Someone came and visited our schools last week, a week before, a few days ago. They said, Ms. Cross, I want to tell you something. I apologize for thinking what I thought about y'all schools. See, people love the gossip. That's the main highlight of their day. And they love to lie even more. They have they love it. So let me say to you, we take care of ours. Now, we may not be able to reach every child, but I cannot sit here and tell you some of the problems. Sometimes my kids do. There's a lot of problems in the home. You don't know. But we are there. We are there for our kids. Maybe one or two may slip through the crack. But I don't care what nobody tells you. They're after school. Our kids are not being neglected. We have Saturday programs, after school programs. We even sometimes have programs on Sunday. We are taking, I don't know why people just want to bash our staff. And if you had the magic wand, y'all could change it and do whatever you want to do. Y'all could bottle it and sell it. You know what I mean? Just sell it to all school districts. They would buy it. Because, we are, and as someone said about Jericho, you got to understand the financial structure that they're under, plus what we're under. Exposure is good for kids. It's good for the mind. We have a good music department. Not to point her out, but she's even traveled, I think, to Europe with our kids. Our kids travel, they do things. You've got to come out and see. We got some good things that our kids are doing. They go to the theater. Yes, they do. You should come to the play. Y'all, there's so many good things that our kids do. See that? Thank you.
It's true that we have too many broken homes. As a matter of fact, we know in Hempstead, 77% of our students, they are economically disadvantaged. When my twins, they were younger, I used to volunteer a lot at the elementary school level. I used to help a lot of the teachers with reading and math. And I saw myself, the teacher, having breakfast in the classroom for the kids that they were being dropped at 10 o'clock in the morning. Because she knew that the mother was in a hurry just to bring the son or the daughter, just to use the school as a babysitter. I witnessed that. But we have to have in mind that when you are having a higher educational level, a higher level of education, your opportunities are much better. And we have to have in mind that not having an education, you are going to stay in the circle of being poor. And you are not going to leave Hempstead. You are having fewer opportunities. That means all these broken homes with higher needs are the product of the school system that we are having here in Hempstead. And the more that we fail our students, the more students that they stay without higher education, without at least high school diploma, we are closing their opportunities. We are going to stay in a more disadvantage economically, with better jobs are not going to come for them. So if we know we are having these problems, we should address every single problem, and we should have to make sure that we are giving them the opportunities. Common Core is coming to the whole state and to the whole nation. It's not possible that in the budget, we are not allocating money for academics, but everybody was having a raise at the administration level. We are not going to leave the state that we are right now if we don't change the practices that we are having right now.
I'm a little confused because, first of all, I want to set the record straight, and I am not knocking any and everything that happens in Hempstead. I have been on the record to say that there are great teachers in this district. I happen to know and have worked with great administrators that are in this district. And I understand that there are social workers and counselors and caseworkers. I also understand that there are a referral agency within the district that helps our students and their families. So, Mr. Myers, when you say shooting darts, that's not what I'm doing. I'm strictly speaking on what it is that I know. But what I'm confused about is that our board president just said we take care of our own. I graduated from Hempstead High School. I would consider myself to be one of our own. But on March 26th, there was a program that I was removed from. And it was removed, and I was asked to be removed because of a political thing. So I just don't get that. Is that the way you treat your own? The other thing that I wanted to share is that our board president also mentioned a few slipped by, a few slipped through the cracks. 62%? That's more than a few. And this is the reason that we're sitting here today. It all sounds real good and real nice to say that we don't know what's going on because we don't sit on the board. But the realization of it is, maybe we should be.
Mr. Myers?
Would you repeat that question? I got lost. Because he accused me of throwing, I'm not throwing anything at anybody. Okay, if it fits, wear it.
Okay. The reason for some of the problems in our schools is because of the drama in our homes. What are there mechanisms and people within the school to assist our young people? And will those mechanisms and people remain in the school?
Okay, it looks like we have a sociological issue here, which includes the families. You know, the schools have enough to teach. That is their responsibility. The responsibility of raising children belong in the family. I raised my children. My parents raised me. And as parents, you have to take on that responsibility. There's no short circuit. Nobody's going to do your job for you. So I encourage you, I urge you, this is your child. Take care of your child and make sure that they have an understanding that when they come to school, they're going to be in an institution of learning, not of malfeasance or malbehavior. Learn. That's the whole purpose. One of my recommendations to the board has been to bring uniforms to Hempstead, which sets a standard of just what you should look like when you come to learn. We've got to distinguish between the home and the school. Once you leave the school and go home, you can put on sneakers backwards. But while you're in that educational environment, let's behave like students, let's learn like students, and it can be achieved. If you notice, all over the world, around the globe, students are dressed in uniforms. Japan, China, I don't care where you go. So let's not be so different and so unique that we have to have $200 sneakers on to prove, and your pants under your butt to prove that you're an individual. You are an individual, but you're going to put on a uniform. Because if you went to jail, guess what you put on?